Is it okay to have premarital sex? That is a common question among teens and engaged couples. Everybody knows it is wrong. So why do they still do it? Most teenagers have heard or coined the phrases, everyone's doing it. If you love me, you do it. And it's okay, I have a condom. There could be pros and cons of premarital sex. On the positive side, there is acceptance from your peers, hope for pleasure, and the fulfillment of sexual desires. The negative side carries the weights of morals, fear of pregnancy or disease, and guilt. People seem incapable of controlling themselves or their desire, which leads to premarital sex and the inevitable destruction of the family due to deadbeat fathers and mothers who cannot support their children.
Factors affecting premarital sex are curiosity. Curiosity arises from the minds of teenagers. They tend to wonder what premarital sex is all about, how premarital sex is done, in what act, and in what place.
Grabe, wala man lang akong alam dyan. Ang alam ko lang na Yusong. Oo nga, wala din akong alam dyan. Oo, tsaka siya daw yung pioneer. Grabe siya na, di ba? Siya na magaling. Grabe, galing talaga.
Oo nga, yun na Yusong.
Oo, na-Yusong talaga yun, no? Best.
Tagal talaga naman mag-discuss, no?
Oo. Saan ba na? Uy, napanood yun na yung 50 Shades.
Ano yun?
Ano yun?
Maganda ba yun?
Guys, ayan, mamaya na to. Hindi, mamaya na. Mag-relax muna.
Next is the exposure to mass media. Different forms of mass media have all the informations teenagers could get about sex, beginning to have a strong influence on them without even asking others about what could happen if they do that. Next is the family composition and relationships. Parents have a lesser time for communication and guidance with their children.
Naku anak, alam mo naman si nanay, busy-busy. Ang dami natin trabaho, mga business-minded pa tayo.
Eh, kasi na yung...
Ay, wait lang. Ano? Ay, wait lang. Hello, papadeliver ko na lang dyan. Anak, mamaya, wait lang ha, may ginagawa si nanay. Sige, di-deliver ko na lang. Sige. Mamaya naman tayo, anak, mag-usap ha. Sige, bye-bye.
Lagi namang ganyan eh. Wala na siyang panahon para sa akin. Kaya po rin nagkakaganito.
Next is the vices. Vices such as smoking, drugs, liquor, and most common of all, computer addiction.
Nakapagod mo. Grabe. Ano masaya? Grabe.
Next is the knowledge on sexuality and reproductive health issues. Sex education is inadequate. People lack adequate knowledge about contraception and disease prevention, and many have misconceptions about reproductive health issues and sexuality.
Including sexual anatomy, sexual reproduction, and other information related about sex. So, what is sex again? Mag-class!
Ma'am, nakakain ba?
Sexy! Miss Pami.
Lastly, the living environment. The absence of a congenial atmosphere in the home leads young people to seek entertainment and pleasure outside the home, often in the wrong company, as they are still too.
Consequences of premarital sex. Physical consequences. First, change in appearance. Teenagers who experience premarital sex begin to look old and worn out.
Pero mo dami-dami niyang kuto. Hindi, may ganito siya. May parang silip-sip. Hala, parang tawag doon. Grabe. Hindi ko talaga. Anong tawag nandito? Isa ganito.
Second, teenage pregnancy. Premarital sex often leads to unplanned pregnancies. Teens are more likely to die in childbirth or pregnancy. They have difficult deliveries, scarring, stretch marks, and low birth weight babies. And the third is sexually transmitted diseases or STDs. It is revealed through burning, itching, oozing, and pus-filled sores on your genitals. Spiritual consequence: self-destructive behavior. Premarital sex can lead to a perpetual cycle of self-destruction. You develop low self-esteem, low self-worth, and diminish expectations of yourself. Social consequences. First, bad reputation. The word is out. You have had sex. You quickly get labeled easy, loose, or a sure bet. You are the topic of gossips.
Thursday daw ng gabi after ng prom natin.
Oo, talaga.
Kanino?
Sa boyfriend niya. Sino ba? Grabe lang.
Second, insecurity or loss of trust. You become jealous and begin comparing your body to other girls' bodies. Life becomes very stressful. The third is you get involved with the wrong crowd. In 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, "Bad company corrupts good morals." Emotional consequences. First is broken hearts. Sex outside of marriage almost always ends with a broken heart.
Hindi ko na lang ginawa yun! Siniwan niya na ako. Taka mo kasi! Taka mo! Dapat di mo binigay lang.
The second is emotionally unstable. Crying, fear, stress, depression, apathy, isolation, and hopelessness crowd your mind and cause your emotional growth to be stifled. You have no clue what you want anymore.
Oo kasi medyo ano na.
Sige guys, okay lang, okay lang. Dito na lang ako pagod ka. Tara na. Sige, sige na.
Sige, una na kami.
Para ka na magpakalungit.
God is the author of sex. Why did He create it? He made it for three purposes. First, for procreation of mankind. As said in Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it." Second, as a gift for man and woman for pleasure. Yes, you heard it right. God made sex for pleasure. He loves us so much for Him to provide sacred pleasures for us, provided that it is inside the bounds of marriage. Genesis chapter 2, verse 25. Adam and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. In 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 3 to 4, the husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise the wife to her husband. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but yields it to her husband. In the same way, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but yields it to his wife. Third, God created sex for permanence. In Matthew chapter 19, verse 6, "So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." God wants us to create a godly family and offspring. He desires a family with spiritual oneness.